Somebody needs a stern talking to. This is somebody who's getting awfully irritated at their baby crying all the freaking time. You have your baby sleeping in a pack and play. Now, I know some people can't afford cribs, but you can go, if you're local, you can go to IKEA and get a pretty cheap crib. You can go to Walmart and get a pretty cheap crib. Value Village sells, the thrift store here sells mattresses. I'm not sure if they sell crib mattresses. But if you can afford it and you have your baby sleeping in a pack and play, and you're getting mad that you got a fussy baby, then you need to immediately start sleeping on the freaking ground on a sleeping bag every fucking night and feel like what that feels like. Go get, this is the person that can afford it. Go get a crib for your baby and let them sleep on a freaking mattress. So the pack and play is for like camping. And this is for the people who can afford the mattress, can afford the crib. I know some people cannot. You do your best if that's you. This message isn't for you. This is specifically for the parent or the caretaker who's getting awfully irritated at this tantruming baby. Yeah, they're not getting a good night's sleep, like you wouldn't either if you had to sleep on a canvas cot every night. So quit being a stingy cheapskate. Stop spending money on the bar, clothes, manicures and pedicures, whatever, and go buy your baby a mattress so they get a good night's sleep. And stop washing their sheets with your bullshit, super smelly stuff. Their little heads don't like it. It gives them a headache. So whoever this is that's literally like bullying a baby now, get over yourself and go buy them a proper bed. There's the message. Okay, now that we've cooled it down a bit, we're going to talk about proper cribs for babies. Okay, so I'm going to type in baby crib in the search. Now, the number one thing we need to remember is you don't put a bumper pad on a baby crib anymore. Bumper pads are illegal in the United States of America. And if you don't know what a bumper pad is, it's one of these things that goes around the crib. So that's a perfect example. Let's look at this baby. Now, say you got your newborn baby, and a couple years ago, they've made bumper pads illegal. You have your newborn baby in the crib, and it breathes in good air, and its tiny little lungs expel the used air. But the bumper pads are actually blocking the airflow. So the next breath in is a half a breath of good air and expended air. And then the next breath is a baby who dies from SIDS. So they have made the correlation between bumper pads and sudden infant death syndrome. And now bumper pads are completely illegal. And it's a great big mindfuck. I raised both my kids with bumper pads thinking I was protecting my baby. But what they have found is it keeps all that expended air all around the baby, and there's a chance they can pass from SIDS. So no bumper pads whatsoever. And you will notice that if you go to Target or Walmart or something like that, you can't buy bumper pads anymore. But you can still, maybe at a garage sale or a thrift store, or if you kept bedding from a previous child, the bumper pads have to go away. So you can repurpose it. Bumper pads usually have those ties on them. You can buy a curtain rod and make a matching valance, something like that. But the only thing now your baby's crib should look like is something, let's see. Something like that. Let's pull it out a little bit. Just your old-fashioned standard crib, but no stuffed animal in. No blanket hanging off the side blocking all airflow. All you want is a tight-fitting mattress sheet. These parents are doing good because they're going to pull those pillows out right before they leave the baby in the crib. So sometimes you can buy a mesh bumper pad. Like this lady's in the middle of her house and there's no bugs around. Yeah, that's completely unneeded. So anything that blocks the airflow is a death trap. Not a lot of people know this. So a lot of times people get super fancy cribs with all sorts of bunting around them, all sorts of every death trap. The baby can't breathe at the bottom of that. So all you want for a baby is a tight-fitting sheet on the mattress and their blanket, if they have a blanket. If they're a newborn, they're probably swaddled. And that's it. That's it. So we're not here to have a cute crib. We're here to have a healthy baby. All right, there's the message. And, you know, everybody does the best they can do. But now you have the knowledge. So if you had the bumper pads on, if you hadn't thought about, yeah, maybe I should have a crib instead of a pack and play. If you haven't thought of any of that kind of stuff and you're feeling really like guilty or something, go easy on yourself. Everybody does the best they can. But knowledge is the key to freedom, and in this case, the key to safety. All right, there's the message.